Hello, darling heart, and welcome to this episode of the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. I'm a best-selling author, expert speaker, corporate workshop facilitator, and life coach. I'm here to support you with your alcohol-free or drink less adventures. Follow me on Instagram at Drink Less, Live Better. Find resources on my website, drinklesslivebetter.com, and buy my book, Drink Less, Live Better. It's available in all the places you might buy a book. I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Let's get straight to it. Your annual reminder. I'm one of those people who loves the autumn. Not the pumpkin spice stuff. I've actually never bought a pumpkin spiced drink of any sort, but the colours. I go wild for the colours of this season. I love November, December and January too for their sheer winteriness. I really enjoy the cold weather, the woolly jumpers, the log burner, the crunch of leaves and frost underfoot. November holds a special place in my heart. It's where the scaling down happens. If you've been around in my world for a few years, you'll know what's coming next. I write about it, I talk about it every year at this time. No-Vember. N-O-Vember. No-Vember. My status quo is status no for the next month. I've flexed this muscle really hard. This time of year is perfect because, as it happens, there are plenty of seasonal or Christmas activities to consider, but also a squillion drinking opportunities that I no longer feel the same about as I did a few years ago. November is a month we might get invited to lots of December activities or feel obliged to start attending lots of events. Now, I'm not suggesting you say no to everything. If you get an invite and it feels like a full body pull towards a hell yes, then go for it. Yes, please, I'd love to come to that thing, spend time, energy, and perhaps money doing something that fills my heart with joy. Then that's an obvious yes, of course. But if an invitation feels like a maybe or an I'm not sure, then pause. Think about whether you really do want to go or not. Think about, if that event was tomorrow, would I be really excited about getting ready? So use your yeses and your nos wisely this month. It's No-Vember. And you are allowed to exercise your right to say no where and when you want to. Hopefully, you'll have a diary for the end of the year that then feels expansive, cosy, restful, and fun. Well, unless you want manic, exciting, and crazy fully booked, then do that. I value winter rest, log fires at home, and long walks in cosy hats and scarves, the opposite of overwhelm. If you value more extrovert activities, then go for it. Shoot for the moon. Maybe this episode isn't for you, and that's okay. Here are 3 ideas you can gently say no to this month if you would enjoy a slower paced December that feels less overwhelming. Number 1. Overcommitting or people-pleasing. It's okay to decline that event, whether it's friends or family, if it's causing you stress. Say no to overloading your schedule. Don't hesitate to say no to unnecessary stressors. Prioritise your mental and emotional well-being. Focus on what's truly important to you and those closest to you. Number 2. Excessive shopping. Say no to impulse purchases and the pressure of holiday shopping. Make thoughtful, meaningful choices. If you love the buzz of the shops, still go out and enjoy the music, the lights, the displays, and the good cheer. Maybe visit a Christmas market for a hot chocolate and a mooch around with some friends. Number 3, comparing yourself to others. Say no to the habit of constantly comparing yourself to other people and what they are doing. Embrace the uniqueness of you and your loved ones. Focus on your own journey and progress, your own way of enjoying the next few months. If your family doesn't all have matching pyjamas and Christmas Eve boxes, maybe that's because your family doesn't want or need them. Let's see, now what can we try that will help us say no? No, we cannot come to your Christmas neighbourhood drinks this year. We have another engagement, but thanks for asking anyway. They don't need to know that your other engagement is watching a Christmas movie in your PJs and drinking hot chocolate. No, I cannot bake 24 mince pies for the school fair this year. Instead, I'm going to man one of the stalls for an hour on the day. I'm really looking forward to that. There we go. That's a nice compromise. No, I cannot host Boxing Day lunch this year. I don't want to. Bold, I know, right? But how liberating to just say, I don't want to. Can you try it? I don't know if I can to family, but I definitely can to some friends. Every year at this time, I go through my diary, and each weekend I block out a day and an evening that says busy. I do this in our family desk diary and in my online calendar. Busy means don't book anything, and busy means I'm busy doing nothing. This space is protected. Enjoy this beautiful month. Use some of these gentle invitations if they sound good to you, and if you want to do the month a different way, then that's all good too. Make the right choices for you, the choices that matter. Thank you for listening in today. Come back again next week. If you'd like to work with me one-to-one between now and the end of the year, drop me a DM. Please subscribe, rate and review the podcast if you love it. And if you don't love it, I'm surprised you're still listening. Check out the show notes for a link to the hidden podcast episode that will help you with your 5 p.m. cravings and details about my one-to-one life coaching and sober coaching programs. And P.S. I believe in you.